That right there, that's Brine Head. Welcome to Southern Utah, everybody. Last time we were here, it was September 2021. It is now September 2024. And well, we are going to be heading up this hill, doing some collecting of some dendritic chalcedony, some of these big agates up there. We're going to be looking at some stuff. Then we're going to be hiking all the way around, and seeing if the material changes at all as we tromp around. Now, most people, they just go right up to those agate beds there, and that's where they do their collecting, and don't really explore a whole lot. Now, the reason for that is because we are up at, well, close to 11,000 feet in elevation. It's like 11,000 and some change up there at the peak. We're just right below it. So we are successfully adjusted to the altitude here, and we're gonna take a nice hike, and you're gonna come with us. The reason the dog's always on the leash, because right in the middle of your screen, there's a herd of sheep and a couple of sheep dogs. And right now, she would be all the way over there. The thing with this location is, I think the best course of action for finding good material is not to just pick up the stuff that you see on the surface. A lot of it has fractures. So bringing a rock hammer, seeing a little nub sticking out, digging down, trying to find a nice solid piece is probably the best course of action. A lot of the big stuff probably not worth it, although it is impressive to look at. Looks like there's a couple more people here to go rockhounding. These are generally where most people make it. Pretty impressive to see it in person. This one really does a good job of displaying the colors as well as the cracks. This Brine Head formation is quite thick here, but I'm curious if we see any color shifting. Ooh, little spots in that. If we see any color shifting, about 7 miles that way, you get a lot more clear chalcedony, a lot of light grays. So at some point, maybe the two meet and you get some different stuff. But even some of these can be pretty cool. Let me show you in the sunlight here real quick. I mean, that's little. You're not going to cut that, but still pretty cool, Or that's got some cracks in it. Leave that behind. But basically everything that you see here, chunks of chalcedony. This place really gives new meaning to what saying a big agate is. I mean, the color in that is pretty cool. Look at that. Let me show you something. I want to show you what's on that little clearing right there, because it looks pretty dang good. Meanwhile, Sarah's like mountain goating it up there. You know, sometimes I will try to count the agates for y'all. So let's try to do, is there even much of a point here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm not going to do that to you. But some of these can be pretty cool. Obviously, a lot of this stuff's fractured. Yeah, that one, not so much. Now, of course, that's a little big. And there's other problems here with this. Like, if I want this, well, I have to carry it down. I have to carry it down, and that's the headache. Any of these, right? Like, they're huge. Huge, giant things. Let's grab a couple of things real quick, and we'll take them down to the creek. Oh, not that. If there's too much white in it, it's really not going to be worth your time. Let's wash this guy, though. That could be really nice. Now, that's on the smaller side. That's more like cut it with a 10-inch saw and get some cabs up. But there's no fractures running through it. Very nice. And then this one, let's see how we did. That one also has no fractures running through it. And no fractures is what we're looking for. I think the game plan here, we're gonna walk that tree line to right about the middle of your screen, up and over that ridge, and kind of loop back into here, and you can see how windy it is. But that's going to be a good little exploration. I don't think many people make it out that way. It's just, the camera doesn't do it justice. At this point, doing the rock thing, there's just not many places that I can go where I can be like, check out this agate, it barely fits in frame. It's still so cool to see these in person. You know, it's not something to collect, it's just something to look at and be like, that's the biggest piece of dendritic chalcedony that you're gonna see. Well, there might be more bigger ones up there, but who knows?
But they're more like orange, yellow.
Yeah, we're getting some more deeper opaque color in here. I don't know if this one's one to take with the fractures.
That's fine.
But I think that's interesting to see how just going like one ravine over shifts the material. It kind of reminds me of how that works in Holt or some of the other places. Like, look at that. Look, Sarah for scale here. Yeah, we should take that to some water. You want to take that to some water?
No, you can.
Yeah, a little thing glowing here. It just looks like some very clear chalcedony. Look at that. That is very yellow. Not worth taking, but we're definitely seeing material color shifts in the material as we work up here. You're looking into Cedar Break National Monument right there. I want to hit that ridge and some of those little clearings. Yeah, we got a lot more just like clear, opaque, kind of borderline yellow stuff.
That's not really clear at all. Yeah, it's very yellow that you didn't really see.
Yeah.
Down further.
Interesting. Let's keep going. Let's go over there. Some of this really reminds me more of what you're finding down by Panguitch. That's got some tough fractures in it, but like mostly right there. But I'm curious about the rest of it. It almost looks like there's some little mossy bits in there. I'm not exactly sure. This might be a take it down to the water. Got that big clear chunk down there. I'm thinking this might be a wash it.
Yeah, that's kind of like that. I just.
Oh, well, yeah, we can get some different stuff from up here, wash it up. Yeah, look at this seam right here. Ugh. That's pretty solid. Look at that weird ant.
Come on.
Getting some more into some grays in here. This like white opaque stuff. It's kind of neat, but once you have a couple of pieces, not a whole lot to it.
Pink orange,
Yeah,
but completely broken.
yeah, definitely fractured. The hills are steep.
I didn't find a good yellow, but not finding a good.
Yeah, I keep looking for a little nub that we can just dig out. Yeah, definitely more like yellows and grays in here. One of the reasons I wanted to come back here today is we're like the beginning, first week of September or whatever. Next week, the forecast calls for 28 degrees. So this ground gonna be frozen, and the season up here will have concluded for 2024. So I just kind of wanted to check it out, hike around. Beautiful. That's the lookout up there. Oh, here, I think I got something good right down there. That doesn't look fractured up at all. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Not what I want, though. That was that was a little steep. Oh yeah, that's real nice.
This looks very different.
That, I mean, there's like some little conchoidal fractures there. That's very opaque and very like jasper.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit more.
Let's find a couple good pieces and we'll high grade and wash. Oh, that's interesting. We haven't seen anything up here like that.
Piece, like, not broken out, but. Oh, yeah, I got some lines on that.
The tiniest fortifications. Are you just breaking it up?
I was just trying to see if, yeah, but it's not breaking.
Here you go.
I don't want that.
I was kind of just mentioning to Sarah that all of this lightly colored rock is a welded tuff. The dark stuff, I believe, is rhyolite, and some of these exposures here have like no pieces of chalcedony in them, and then some of the other ones, it's just like chocked full. I'm a little curious about some of these bigger rocks. Maybe we'll cross the ravine here, check the wash, and see what we got on the other side. I think I want to wash that.
Bucket's getting no water in there.
Yeah, there's water in that creek, right?
No?
No?
That was the one we walked at.
Maybe. But what if there is?
It's getting a little heavy for me. I wouldn't mind jumping a few. Hold on.
think Sarah was right. I think it was dry. No! I'll carry the bucket. I don't know if high elevation has like a technical definition, but right now we're at 10,856 feet. Watch it be 11,000 feet. 11,000 feet is like the definition of high elevation. I keep like seeing stuff and I want to be like, I want to go there. I want to go there. Nah, maybe it's time to work our way back. Yeah, this is really soft. This doesn't really look like the welded tuff. It's like almost more like the Clarno formation, you know? You're just cracking them with no effort. Okay, let's work our way back a different way. That way. All right, so this is pretty cool here. Look at this. Look at that rock and that impression in there. There's like a perfect hemispheres to it. Now, I don't think I ever made it to this spot in the past, but right here is the start of that little spring. It just kind of perks out of that hill. It is very, very, very cold water. Very cold. So this is what we have picked up. We have this nice little spot here. Let's clean some of these and see how we did.
Huh. It's like sugary.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Sarah?
Different, and it's interesting, but I don't know if we need to bring it up.
Ugh.
There's a couple like that.
Yeah. There's no... I would like a couple of these to see if we can maybe take some pictures under the microscope, or maybe I'll just like look at it under the microscope and try to figure out if we have any like neat little dendrites or what's going on with it. Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. Let me see that. Yeah. Pretty good, I think. That one's gotta come. I know I have lots of red and black already, but that's like a nice solid one and it'll fit in the saw pretty well. Yeah, we do have a lot like that. Let's leave that one. I think that's got to come home.
Sure. So we've got a lot of the yellow stuff.
And I'm sure I'll find a nice black and red ones on the way down. It's easier to pick rocks up here on the down slope. I can't not splash some water on this thing for you. That. Very colorful stuff. Kind of what I'm looking for are things with some interesting colors that I can cut apart for intarsia work. And a piece like, the nice thing with intarsia is you really don't need much. So that piece will suffice for doing some intarsia work. And probably find a couple more kind of darker, blacker pieces for that. Oh, there you go. You found a good like little tip. That's moving. What? Probably going to be perfect. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, there you go. Sure.
I thought it had a nice variety of color, but digging it out looks like it's more just black and white. I thought it was all the colors. Yeah, that might be too big. We could wash it though.
Yeah, let's take it down.
Good thing it's close.
Yeah. Oh, you're not recording?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Too close.
Oh.
Like a wrong. Come on. Like a. Just darkness down there. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say, it's just still really dirty. I don't think I want it, I just thought it was interesting.
So I just dug this one out, and I think that would work really good in my 14-inch saw. Wash it off in the waterfall. Yeah. I'm gonna take that one. That
Good
one's
shape.
Yeah, that's good. That's like the perfect cutting in the saw shape.
Yeah.
I am very happy with the hike that we did. I think I learned some stuff. I got a little bucket of material. We're gonna take this back, wash it up, check it out, talk about it. I guess really just those things. Let's take in the view one more time before heading back. This is everything that we brought back from Brian Head. Now, I like that area. I think it's interesting. It was fun to kind of walk places that generally I don't think I've ever seen really anybody walk around or heard of. So it was cool that there's obviously the stuff that you're used to seeing up there at Brian Head, like, you know, this chalcedony with black dendrites, and, you know, it can be very colorful stuff. I mean, it's very nice, cuts up excellent. It's very hard. That's one of the things with this. It is if you're cutting this stuff up with like a tile saw, those gouges that get put in it, you are going to be hating life as you grind those out. This is stuff that I was not expecting. That one, I like that piece. We'll look at that one outside.
Okay.
This stuff, this brown stuff, is pretty neat, and it's not really what I was anticipating finding up there. I was thinking we'd find more like pale and opaque chalcedony, and not this stuff.
We've definitely found kind of this stuff just like out not randomly, but when we're out in the Brian Head area, we do find the occasional very small piece of yellow jaspery rock, so it's interesting to find more.
This is one that you found, I believe.
It doesn't really change when you get it wet. Yeah, it's they're very different. You can see a big difference there.
I'm curious about walking on I guess it would be the far north side of Brian Head. Maybe we'll have to look into that, because this is within a mile. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like a mile up there is it's not like walking a normal mile.
Was no trails really.
Yeah.
No trails, and it's all uphill, downhill, 10,000 feet. It's a hard mile.
Yeah. Well, any other thoughts?
I mean, area is so big, and really most people just get to the bottom, and I mean you can fill up with that stuff pretty quick. So it makes sense that people just stop there, but we did find some intriguing things, and we'll have to do some more investigating next summer.
Yeah, maybe we'll go up there in the spring, maybe, and check it out as like all the snow's melting. That'll be fun. Well, thank you everybody for making it to the very end of the video. If you want to throw a subscribe and thumbs up on this video, I would appreciate it as well. You know, go check out the website, currently rockhounding.com. There's tons of stuff up there. It's a real website, not an influencer website. And I'll catch you on the next video.